The whole project started as somewhat of a, I don't know if you want to call it a competition, but it was just like open submission. For my Illustrator class, Kate had said, you know, there's a new gallery opening in the building. If you want to approach the design, go for it. Well, I knew I wanted something modern and contemporary, and then I thought really the biggest thing that sets that gallery apart is the under the stairs aspect. So I knew I just wanted to somehow capture a hint of stairs or use stairs in some way in the logo. And once that was selected as the logo, Rachel then reached out a few weeks later and she had said, you know, maybe we should 3D print this. I know enough about 3D printing where I was like, yeah, sure.
So when Rachel Guthrie saw our sign, she said, oh, we've got a wonderful logo designed by one of our students for the gallery under the stairs. And she said, can you print it? At the time I thought that meant that there was a 3D model. And I said, sure, send me the STL file and I'll print it. So Vincent sent me one that was a JPEG and looked like this. And so I said, well, we're going to have to make a 3D model out of this.
So then I started to think about different ways of taking that 2D design and pulling it into the 3D. And so again, focusing on the stairs, I thought pulling out those shapes would be sort of the most interesting visual element of it. And so I started by bringing the stairs forward the most and then sort of playing with the levels of the other shapes and just seeing what would be the most interesting way.
So when he brought over his orthographic drawing, which was projected beautifully from his logo, but he noticed he's got the various levels laid out. So what I would have had to do is start by going with white up to here, then switch to one color until I got to that level, which is the same as this level over here, but they're two different colors. And it would have taken me a long time. Yeah.
You know, also when talking to Dan, we had decided on printing it all white and going back into painting it, and I think that was the right move.
There was no way we're going to get those colors. And I know as an artist that he made those choices for a reason, that those colors were not randomly selected. And so being in a position to just essentially change your artistic concept for the sake of having the right color plastic just didn't seem right to me, especially for an art project. And this is a 3D model of the sign. And what I did is I came as close as I could to just coloring the 3D model itself so we can see what it looks like. And I think you're going to have your logo really emerge from that no matter what. But what it does is it makes your logo almost animated.
I think it's always hard to put something 2D, whether it's like a logo or a sketch or any type of design. It's always hard to imagine that as a 3D without actually seeing it. So going from there and then getting the final 3D printed piece is really interesting, and it came out I guess better than I expected. Just I didn't really know what to expect.
This is the actual 3D part. Here's his original sign, and now it's his turn to explain what he's going to do next.
So the model came out really well, and one thing, now that it's actually in the 3D space, I noticed from anything that's not a straight-on view, it gives just a really interesting look and sort of forces you to come around it and take a real look at it straight on. Yeah, I think just the whole project's been real interesting. It started out as a school assignment, and once it was finished, once it was put up as just a 2D piece, you know, I thought it was sort of done with, and it was pretty cool just to see my piece up there. But then once Rachel approached me to turn it into a 3D piece, I guess it was just something I didn't expect would happen, and it was a lot of fun to to get it to that level, and then it'll be real interesting to see it as a 3D sign in the space. I think it'll be obviously a lot more captivating and a lot just more interesting having that there.